Hey, welcome back. Hey, after I posted my video of the comparison of the Rogue Monolift version 1 and the Rogue Monolift version 2, I had a number of comments that asked if I could post something with the actual movements to demonstrate how the Monolift works. So somebody asked if I could squat in the rack. Some other people asked if I could show doing bench press, and so that's what this video is for. A couple things though that I realized. These are as high as I can get them in my rack for squat. And that's my fault because my weight plate storage, I have the bolts that come out here because I have these weight plate storage holders and they're fixed. They're not the movable kinds. So I can't come up any higher than I am right here. Not a huge deal. I could take these off, I could move them up, I could do a number of things. But with the current setup I have, if I wanted to squat in this rack, I would have to do it at that height, which I'm not going to do. So I probably won't be squatting in the rack with these version 2 monolifts. Not a huge deal. If it becomes a huge deal, I'll just have to figure out a different way for my weight plate storage. With that said, I have some videos that I narrate that show some of the movements that you can do with these monolifts, how it looks inside of my rack and outside of the rack. Again, for reference, this is a Rogue RML3, so it's the smallest footprint rack of any rack that Rogue makes, 24 inches inside. The other full disclosure, I'm not very good at narrating. I don't get paid for this, so I sound like a big dork. Take it for what it's worth. Either enjoy or not enjoy, but here it is. So here I am squatting inside the rack with the version 1 monolifts. The version 2 monolifts, I can't get high enough, as I said, because of my weight storage up high of where the pin goes in. But notice with the version 1s, they fit fine, and there's only 24 inches inside that rack. I have the RML3. They almost hit, but they're less than that 24 inches. This version 2, you're even going to have it easier because look how much more room there is. So much more room. So you're going to have no problem squatting inside any of the Rogue racks or any rack that's at least 24 inches, which is probably the smallest width of a rack, depth of a rack that you're going to find. Plenty of room there. In fact, when you pull the monolift all the way up, it's still not going to hit the other upright. So you're going to have plenty of room to squat, to do whatever you need. And it's a heck of a lot easier when you're pulling it off because those version 1s, you can see how close they are to that second upright. Pulling them out, sometimes you'd bang it against your rack. So here's some footage of me utilizing the monolifts inside the rack for bench press. As you can see, they slide right back, really nice and neat. And again, it's nice when you're going heavy to have a big J cup to plop the bar back into. So they work really well. Here's some more footage. Just makes it really nice. And notice the amount of room there compared to the version 1s. It's not even close to hitting the other upright, which is very nice. I really, once I've used these, it'd be hard to go back to not using them. Notice on this squat, when I unrack it, I don't even have to move. There's no walkout. I'm just ready to squat. And when you finish the squat, one step, you're back in. If you're going to lift heavy, these monolifts make it worth every penny. It makes it so much simpler, especially when you're going for big weights. Now, one thing I really like about these version 2s, and to be fair, the version 1s do it as well, is you can put, I just use like a hex key right there. You can put a pin in so the monolift comes out a little bit but is basically a J cup. It doesn't move. There's a shot of the J cup. That's just like a normal J cup, but a J cup that comes out a little bit not all the way in. And there's a bunch of different exercises that this is ideal for. Let me show you a couple right here. So I have the pin in, so it's a normal J cup that comes out. I'm doing floor press. I don't want a monolift when I'm doing floor press. And I also like to be out from my rack a little bit because I have a barbell holder on my rack and my weight plates will actually hit it. So by having that J cup out a little bit, that saves me a ton. Just a neat little trick that I really like that these monolifts do. And again, the version 1s do as well, but I don't think people advertise. So here's another clip of the monolifts locked out. This is great for overhead presses. You can press, you don't have to worry about hitting the monolift at all. And there's also a big J cup, so when you're putting the weight back, nice and easy to hit. Here's a side shot of the monolifts serving as J cups. Again, they work so well for this. They're great monolifts, but they also make really good oversized J cups that don't move for things like pressing. The Rogue version 2 monolifts also work well with specialty bars. Here you can see I'm using my Reps Direct football bar. It fits nicely inside the monolifts. They slide back nicely and it puts you in a really good pressing position. 3 rack, lots of room, there you go. I can't say enough about the functionality of these monolifts. As you can see again here with my specialty bar, it just makes it so much nicer when you're lifting heavy and lifting alone. These monolifts work great.